Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Cardano. Once again, thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So looking at Cardano right now, it's ranked number 8. It's up 2.3% on the last 24 hours. Look at that. It's on almost 600, almost 700,000 people have it on their watch list on CoinGecko. That's quite a large following right there. Okay, so the market capitalization currently sits at around about 11 billion. The fully diluted valuation, which means if all the coins are out there in the space right there, then the fully diluted market capitalization would be $14.5 billion market capitalization for Cardano. Okay, so currently if you take that into account, I think Bitcoin's sitting around about 300. I think Ethereum's around about 150. So you could be looking at a 10x in time just to get up to the current market capitalization of Ethereum. So that's always something to just keep in your head. Like if you're comparing market capitalizations to the top coins at the moment, and it's around about a 20x to get to Bitcoin's market capitalization. So what people don't realize is that these things take time. If you take a look at this chart here, this is a linear chart from its inception. I remember it really well, 2017 when Cardano came out. You got that massive impulsive move, then you went through this huge bear market. Look at that, sort of long drawn out, boring, rubbish, crap, people depressed, in despair, didn't want to know. But what an opportunity it was just to buy these levels, keep dollar cost averaging into Cardano right there. And what we've done, we've had this massive surge again, and right now we're sort of entering this massive sort of long drawn out potential, rubbishness and boringness, just like that, okay, where it just goes sideways. But just here we had a confirmation break here that Cardano, I was going to say Bitcoin, I do apologize, that Cardano was going to start an impulsive move, okay, and it was something I've been showing you on the charts for Cardano, that once you break here and you start to get back above a key level resistance, which is a weekly 55 EMA, then you're confirming your break and you're confirming a reversal of the trend. So this is something, this thing could just do exactly what it did there. If we're in these cycles, this I'm trying to convey to you, Cardano could get really boring. I will try and show you trades, I will try and show you resistance and support and potential targets to go short and long and swing and things like that on a daily basis as best as I can. But there is a possibility that Cardano does something like this. It just goes sideways down here, okay, it holds this low, it comes up and goes down, and it just goes sideways and gets really boring and frustrating again for a very long time, at least 2 to 3 years. It just does this before having this parabolic rise again, where eventually you could be looking at market capitalizations get into the likes of Ethereum, 10 20x from here, up to the Bitcoin market cap. So what people forget is they think that this thing's just going to explode and be here overnight. It doesn't work like that. You've got this sort of inception correction, and it moves in waves. The markets move in waves and cycles. So historical data shows us that Bitcoin moves in 4-year cycles, 3 years appreciation, 1 year depreciation, 3 years appreciation, 1 year depreciation. So we could be looking at some kind of real sort of long drawn out consolidation event here for Cardano, over a long period of time, and it will get frustrating. But looking at this right here, what an opportunity, okay, to ride that impulsive move up. And I think that you will get an opportunity again. I think we will see another impulsive move up. I think Cardano is an amazing project. I think it's a multi-billion-dollar project as well. But again, that's just my own theory. Nothing I say is financial advice, and I'm boring you a bit because I'm talking about the fundamentals right now. But just have patience in this market, okay, because we do move up and down in cycles. That's what I'm trying to say to you. And these drawdowns and these pullbacks are opportunity, although they don't feel like it, okay. So we do rely on the data and the charts to show us when the bottom is in or when the top is in. I think just here we've got really overheated, we've got bearish divergence, we're looking to come back, and then boom, we've obviously not continued with that, and we've had this massive correction right now. Currently Cardano is around about minus 89% down from its all-time high. Usually these projects do sort of tend to correct around about 90% plus, so potentially it's got more leg room to the downside in it, who knows. But I do think in time we will start to come back up and attack them highs again once more, and then we'll take them out and it'll potentially look like this. We've got this blip here, which will potentially be this blip here after a long period of time and come up, and again it will begin to look like that, but who knows. So anyway, let's dive into charts and see what we can see for Cardano, okay. So looking at Cardano on a 4-hourly time frame, I've actually opened a short at this point here, and the reason is because we've got a bit of a bearish divergence that's beginning to submerged just here. Okay, we'll take a look at this, and again, you know, I've opened a short and my stop loss is on this high, because what we've got is a bearish divergence just there, a lower high, okay, in the RSI and a higher high in the price action. Whenever you're looking for divergences, you have to use the body of the candles. Okay, a lot of people use the wicks. Personally, I think the body of the candles are the best way you can find the divergence. Okay, they open and they close. So just here we've got a high and a higher high, and then in the RSI we've got a high and a lower high. So that's a divergence. Okay, the stock's beginning to form a death cross just there. So potentially we're putting a lower high than this wick high, and we're going to start to come down. Okay, so you can clearly see at the moment I've opened a short. My stop loss on Bybit is just there, 0328778, 0328788. Sorry, I do apologise, because at this point, if this does start to come down, I would imagine a retest of this 55 and tighten up these EMAs a little bit more. And this could be some kind of ABC correction coming back down, wave 4, before the final sort of little push there towards that white line, before we do start to come in for a bigger correction here for Cardano. Okay, I do think that we're going to retest that line just there for Cardano going forward. So this could be a lovely little short opportunity for you to come back down to the 55, where I'd close the short and then open along. Now currently the 55 sits at roughly 0295614, and you can clearly see that that's roughly where the 0382 fib is, 0299927. Now if you're not familiar with charting, there is links in the video description, so you can come to the charts, you can set your charts up. You know, it's a free tool, and equally there's a tutorial video as well, which you want to follow that. It shows you how to set up the fibs and everything like that, so you can do all these trades yourself. But right here, like I said to you, I'm looking for a bearish divergence. We've got the bearish divergence at the moment between that high and that high, so it looks as though potentially going to come in, and we've got a retracement back down to this red line, which is a 55 EMA. Okay, and that would be a really little sweet spot for me to put some bids in with a really tight stop loss as well for a long to come back up into this white line. So this is the sort of trade that I'm looking at the moment for Cardano. I think as well, if we take a look at the EMAs, it's always a good idea whenever you see big gaps in the EMAs to think about your position, whether you're long or short at that point. Okay, so you can clearly see, tighten up the EMAs and you start to curl around like this. Okay, tighten up these EMAs and you start to come back in for support for the continuation. So basically what I'm looking for is a little short down to the 55, close my short on the 55, open a little long, really tight stop loss to come back up. And I think that what we've got here is a beautiful sort of impulsive move, which will finish there. And then at the end of that, I'm looking for this retest of this white line, and at this point here I'm looking for the retracement to come in to hold this low. Okay, and if we can hold that low and start to carve out some structure down here, you could create some kind of large ascending triangle, you know, W double bottom pattern or whatever down here. And then I'm looking for the break of that resistance and the close above the weekly 55 EMA for Cardano going forward. Okay, so hope you enjoyed that update. Remember, you can do all this on Bybit or PrimeXBT. Currently I'm short with my stop loss on 0328788. The links are in the video description. Take care everyone. Back soon with another update on Cardano. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.